The most important thing is it has to be clean. If it's not clean, then you're not going to get good quality of light coming through.
This is the solar oven.
So the mirror needs to be nice and clean as well. Normally we have a black painted jam jar of water inside here, which we use that for boiling up water for making tea and coffee for our breaks during the day when we're working here and stuff. So normally the biggest mistake people do is they leave that in when they're cooking. Now if that has already got to boiling point or it's pretty hot, then it's probably a good idea to leave it in. It's like preheating the oven, the way you normally do when you cook. Probably the best thing is to put in a black brick to preheat the oven. And then that's going to store the heat. Because this is made out of thermal mass, this is made out of concrete, this is going to store the heat in it and just help release it. Also on a cloudy day, it's really good to have one of these in there. Only if you put it in from the very first thing in the morning and it's actually turned towards the sun. So when the clouds come over the sun, this will then, the stored heat in it will release it, and then it'll help keep it a more stable temperature all during the time. So that means it's possible for every hour you get so much clouds, then normally you can still solar cook. We're very lucky because Leah made some cookie batter earlier today, so we can try that out after the pizza. These are fantastic, really low-tech containers for rice, dal, sauces, soup, so you can cook it inside these. Really now notice the bottom here is also painted black on the floor. I'm trying to find some twigs that I can put you don't really want to put this straight onto the floor, you want to take it off the ground a little bit. So
Here's
I'm going to take...
Is this big enough?
There we go. So I'm going to take a twig, I'm going to break it in half, and that's just going to take it off the floor, so there's going to be more circulation around the bottom of the pan. So it's going to be off the ground a little bit. So notice we've got a box, we've got a reflector. We've also got possibilities of moving it in different directions towards the sun, which is very, very important. And you can also notice inside that we can lift this up and down and really notice where the reflection is going inside the box. The problem is the sun is moving all the time. Can everyone see that reflection inside? Yeah. So we want to basically make it as concentrated as possible, and then basically find a hole for this to go into, which would be sort of, we try and put them as close together. So it's now like the sun is going to carry on going up in the sky, so we want to imagine that it's going to go higher up. So on purpose I've made this a little bit higher than what it like maximum efficiency at this moment in time is here. I'm going to lift it up a little bit to allow for the sun for it to come into focus. I'm also going to look on the side. On this side is easiest because here there isn't really anything to see the shadow. But here, if everyone can see, well no you can't see, but there's a shadow from the box coming along at different angles. If I put it too much here, can everyone come over to this side? You can see the shadow is now over there. So as soon as I align it with the sun, that shadow is going to slowly disappear until it's perfectly straight. And then if I go too much, it's going to start going over at that angle. At the moment it's what's got two sunshines. There's one sunshine which is going through the glass and another one which is coming through the reflector, so that's two. If we added another reflector here and here, we'd be having 4 sunshines. So it would be better if we had more reflectors is more heat. Debbie, who's an experienced solar chef, she came here straight away and noticed, wow, this looks like it's gonna, it's gonna overdo. What they say in all the books that it doesn't burn, but the truth is it does dry out very, very quickly if you're not careful. And if you leave it in for too long, it becomes like sort of a fight or like a sort of a war to try and take it out, as Ido knows through his own cooking experiences. It becomes like sort of. It's really hard to take it off. So we took it out, we put a fork in and checked to see what it was like if it was really cooked inside, and it looks pretty damn good. Does anyone want to taste this?
I'd love to.
Wow. So we're having dessert first? Perfect.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, you can pass it around.
That's how we do things in Israel.
Be careful, it's a little bit hot underneath.
Good?
Wow.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it is actually dry.
So notice on the back here, you've got a screw here for the central pivot. So the first thing you do is unscrew the screw. And then we're going to be able to swivel that around towards the sun. We also have the chain here that notice It's on this little thing here, which is really simple for getting that angle, and this is doing that angle. So we're going to twist it round and now towards the sun. And notice, for it to get exactly the right angle, we have this little like target. So we want to basically, okay. Can everyone see that it's starting? We really want that to. So that's sort of the place there. So this we can now close up. Now we can just play around with the up and down. That's pretty good, yeah. So the moment, that means, as long as these haven't moved, hopefully, and you can see the focal point. Actually, is this the right one? Do you remember?
Yeah, that's on the outside.
That's on the outside. Okay, so here's our demonstration, which you shouldn't do at home for sure.
Nice.
Whoa. Holy schmoly, that's instant.
Smoke?
Yeah.
Woo.
He will burst into flames.
No, I volunteered to put their hand.
You can see the orange embers on here.
So what we're going to do is we're going to fry an egg. This is basically a hot plate. So in other words, whatever you do on the gas, you could do here for sure, making soups and whatever. But one of these really heavy cast iron containers, pots or whatever they're called, you can actually make bread in these. So this would be good for making bread. And notice that this has actually two directions on it, which is pretty interesting. So notice this changes a little bit the placement of the focal point on the pot. Let's put that one back again. So this is more for afia, for baking. And this one is more for frying. From my experimentations, do you remember? I think I boiled, I can't remember.
4 cups of water in 10 minutes.
4 cups of water in 10 minutes?
It's a great story. We're slaving away at work, you know, digging trenches to put irrigation pipes in. And every 10 minutes I get another text message from Mike saying, 4 cups of water in 10 minutes. It's unbelievable. I just fried an egg. It's delicious. We're slaving away at work.
The trick is to really let the oil get as hot as. So maybe I should have waited a few more minutes, then it would have gone crackly. So you've got to be really careful with the eyes. You should be wearing glasses.
Pretty good.
So all of the solar ovens, also the one at EcoCaf, also these two ones, and also this are for your use to play around with. Just with this one, of course, be very, very, very careful.
This is, you said, like paper, wallpaper?
Yeah, it's like a tapete, yeah.
It's frying. A glass lid, it would totally be
Oh,
good.
yeah, glass lid was
So delicious.
She's gonna flip it.
Oh yeah, flip it.
All right.
Sunny side up.
Flip it. All right.
Tilt it up a little for me.
Over easy.
Or yeah, sorry, over easy.
Look at it. It's already.
Yeah. It's good.
Down on the bottom.
Nice.
There we go. Voila.
So this is getting hot. So every
Look at
single
that.
point on the
Beautiful.
dish reflects sunlight
extra protein
right there.
Oh, look at that. Let's taste it.
Let's taste it.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't go for the yolk, man.
Well, yeah, I said share. That's good.
Well, that is delicious.
It is.
It's like it just came right out of the chicken. Like,
I'd like a taste
Yeah,
of
hold the
egg.
chicken up here and have her lay her egg right in.
Sunny side up.
would be really
No, over easy.
that would be
anyone say that?
interesting.
I did.
That's funny. Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, I can
Have a
feel
little
it.
bite.
I'm just
Mike, should I cover the?
this would be really awesome here in the desert. It's a sauna.
Okay, this, we should like, we're done with this?